Baby, I'm thinking of kissing and licking and rubbing and touching.
What's good, y'all? Wait, I got this piece of tape on my finger. I like tape. Anxiety issues. Okay. What's good, y'all? It's your girl Gwendolyn back with another video. So, right now I'm going to talk to y'all about the time a bitch was almost on catfish, y'all. Let me tell you. I don't know why I'm feeling so sassy right now. I need to cut it out. You know what it is? I don't do my makeup often anymore. Ever since I started using True Skincare, so when I do my makeup now, it's just like, there she go. Okay. But anyway, the True Skincare has been working. I got to do an update on that too. But anyway, back to the catfish story. Girl, the time I was almost on catfish, girl. Okay. So this was back in like, I want to say like 2012, 2013 type shit. Yeah. Because I was like in my early 20s. I might have been like 2021. Something like that. So, I was, okay, so I was talking to this stud, right? I had met this stud online. Because back then online was very, very, it was like starting up online dating. I believe. I don't know. It was for me. So I was talking to this stud. And this was back when I only used to date women. So, mind you, our very first conversation we ever had, it went horrible. I can't remember what we talked about. All I can remember is whatever it was, it upset me, and I hung up in her face. And she called me back, like right back. And from there, we ended up just like progressing. I don't know if it was because she instantly apologized for whatever it was that bothered me. It made me think, okay, she's willing to see where she went wrong. You know, I guess change for the betterment of a union. I guess. Somewhat. Not really. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I just got home from church and I'm very hungry. Like, girl, you know at Black churches they have what we call refreshments. I got a plate and a dessert plate on top. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to eat. Church went amazing, by the way. I might tell you about that one day. It was my pastor's anniversary, 33rd anniversary. It was so nice. Yeah, the time I was almost on catfish, girl. Okay, so we had somewhat of a rough relationship, right? Mainly because it was long distance. Excuse me. I need some water. Hiccups. Holla if you hear me. Okay. I live in Texas, right? I know I told y'all that before. I live in Texas. And my girlfriend at the time lived in either North Carolina or South Carolina, one of those. She lived in that area. I'm not quite sure how far it is from Texas, but it ain't close enough for me. Okay? If I can't kiss you goodnight and wake up to you the next morning, like, it's just not it for me. I'm sorry. But I was willing to give it a try, I guess. I was young and dumb. It was the first time I was ever in a long distance relationship, so, you know, we all got to go through different stages in life, especially with relationships, to learn what we like and what we don't like, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, we were together for a total of 2 years, long distance. But here's the thing. This is the reason why I almost ended up on catfish. Well, why we almost ended up on catfish. We were together, and because we were together for so long, you know what I'm saying, we were on a I love you too basis, right? Always talking on the phone, always texting. Mind you, she texted me one day, right? I remember being in the car going somewhere. Mind you, this was years ago, so the memories are kind of foggy. But I remember going somewhere. I remember being in the car going somewhere, and all of a sudden I'm getting a text like, "Yeah, what's up, baby? What's up, boo? What's up, baby?" Something like that. It's such and such. You miss me? I'm like, who is this? It was like, oh, you don't remember who I am, or what we used to have, and, stupid stuff like that. And I'm like, I have no idea who you are, and even if I did, you need to stop texting me. I'm in a whole relationship. Girl, tell me why I get a response that say, okay, we're gonna call her T, because her name started with T. I'm not gonna say her name, but her name started with a T. She was like, oh, this T, I was just testing you to see if you was gonna cheat on me. Girl, what? Like, stop playing with me. Like, cut it out. Like, we're not children. Don't ever try to test me. Because number one, I might fail. No, but seriously. Two, you don't trust me, bro. Like, that was our main issue. She never had no real trust in me. And she just always thought I was with somebody else, giving my time to somebody else, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was always a trust issue with her. More so her. Like, of course, the distance gonna make you think, dang, I wonder what she doing when she's not talking to me. I get it. But the trust was always like, who was you with today? Who you talked to on the phone today? Who you text today? Like, every single day, all the time. And I was just like, I used to tell her, like, if you keep going down this path, we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. We used to argue almost daily. But I stayed with her for so long because I loved her, right? But here was the main issue. She never wanted to video chat with me. Never. We would always talk on the phone. We would always text. But every time I'd be like, babe, let's get on. At the time, it was Uvu. Babe, let's get on Uvu. It was always an excuse. Oh, I don't. Catfish excuses, too. I don't got a camera on my phone, or my Uvu, I got locked out, or my laptop broke. You know, stupid stuff like that from that around that time that used to make sense at that time. So I never really pressed it so much until Catfish got more and more intense. And I was just like, I think I need to contact them. So I did. Baby, when I tell you I wrote into Catfish and told them everything, A to Z. You feel me? 1, 2, 3. She doing this, and she acting real suspicious. Y'all need to check her out. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm telling this girl I love her, right? But she won't get on camera with me. What's up? Girl, tell me why Catfish called me back. I'm on the phone with one of the agents. I bullshit you not. I'm not cussing because today's Sunday. I just came from church. I BS you not. I'm on the phone with one of the agents. Not even, Max. You wouldn't meet them because they told me, so you don't meet them until you, like, get on camera with them and they start asking you questions like, what's up with your relationship and stuff like that, like how you see on the episodes. So at this point, I'm talking to an agent. Like, one of the producers. So what's going on with her? What is she doing? I'm like, yo, she tells me she loves me, she wants to be with me, but she won't never get on camera with me. And they on the phone, like, hyping it up. Like, so she never wants to get on camera with you? Sounds like she's always making excuses. I'm like, you're right. She is always making excuses. It's like, yeah, you need to. I'm like, they was saying some stuff like, so does she talk on the phone with you? I'm like, yeah, she talks on the phone with me, but she never gets on camera with you? That sounds fishy. That doesn't sound right. Do you trust her? You think you should trust her? I'm like, no, I don't think I should, bro. Like, so that made me know, like, behind the scenes, the producers be like, they'll, like, amp the story up in your head to make you. So by the time you get on camera with Neve and Max at the time, you'll be like, you'll get upset. You'll be ready to, like, I want to know right now, is this person real? So at that point, I'm like, okay, cool. We finna go on the show. We finally gonna meet face to face because I'm tired of the excuses. So I gave Catfish all of her info, but they was like, you gotta tell us her number because we gotta speak to her too. We need to know where she lives, just in case we have to take you to her, or we need to bring her to you, you know, because we lived in different states. You know, I live in Texas. She lived in either North Carolina or South Carolina. I can't remember which one. So I gave them all her info that I had, and they was like, all right, we'll be back in contact with you. So it's like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking, you know, like, next time they call me, we're going to be on the show, right? Girl, next time Catfish call me, they say, we were never able to get in contact with your girlfriend. I'm like, what? And mind you, I'm shocked because I'm pretty sure I had just like got off the phone with her that day or the previous day. So I'm like, how the hell she ain't answering the phone? You know what I'm saying? We were never able to get in contact with her. So because we can't contact the both of you, you can't come on the show. We have to be able to speak with both of you. And I'm like, so I get on the phone with my girlfriend at the time. And I told her, I'm like, you know, I contacted Catfish, right? She got pissed, livid. She already had a bad attitude, but she got even more pissed at me and started yelling at me and cussing me out and stuff. Like, why would you contact Catfish? You know I'm real, and you know what we have, and you know how I feel about you, and yada yada yada. I'm like, yeah, I hear your words, but I want to see your face. You never show me your face. And she would post pictures on Facebook, and so that would make me feel like, okay, maybe she's real. And then I would see other people, family members, commenting on her pictures and stuff, and then I would go look at their pages, baby. CSI, FBI, I'm gonna look at all. I'm gonna look at it all. You feel me? Scorpio, like I need to know everything. I'm looking at the likes, the comments, every picture. I don't give a damn if it's a best friend from second grade. I'm about to find out. So I'm looking at all this, and it seems like, you know, she's legit, but she just won't get on camera with me. So don't make it seem like I was just some fool being played. Like, no, I ain't never been naive. I just, you know. Well, I ain't never been stupid. I guess I was naive. So once Catfish was like, yeah, we can't get in contact with her, so we can't do nothing, you know, about it. So after we got into it about her not answering their calls or whatever, because I guess they was texting her or emailing her. No, emailing her. They was emailing her. She never responded, nothing like that. So after that, they kind of just gave up on us. Well, on me. And we ended up breaking up. Because I was no longer gonna, you know, be with somebody. I was like, you won't show me your face. I'm not. You could be anybody for real. Like, no. And then somehow we ended up getting back together months later. Because I needed some time to just think about everything that we had, and I really did. You know, at the time, I felt like I loved her. I meant it when I said it, and so I was willing to give her another chance. But still, she was on the same BS every time I would ask to get on. Ooh, by this time, Skype had came out. I was like, okay, let's get on Skype. You should be able to, you know, have a way to do this at this point. But it was the same old excuses. Always trying to, start an argument with me. Always, you know, with the mistrust, distrust. And I'm just like, and I remember telling her one day specifically, I never forgot this. I was like, if you start one more argument with me, I'm going to be done with you for the rest of my life. We're going to break up, and I'm never going to look back. Because at that point, we were arguing every day. Every day. And I guess that's why now I have very little patience, especially for adults. If you try to fuss and fight with me, I'm out. I'm not going to do this with you. Because I'm not going to sit here and say I believe in the perfect relationship. But I believe that when you really love and care about somebody, you're willing to, I hate to use the words, I hate to say change yourself, but I just we have to become one if we're going to be together. You have to be willing to be better for the betterment of a union. Because together we are a union. And if you're not willing to better yourself for me, and if I'm not willing to better myself for you, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I was just done with the constant bickering and not trusting me, and you're not showing your face. I'm dealing with all this, and I can't even see you. No. So at that point, I'm just like, if you argue with me one more time, we're gonna be done, and I'm never gonna look back. So she was like, I remember her saying something like, I can't sit here and say I'll never argue with you again. People have arguments. Couples argue. If you argue with me one more time, I'm going to leave you. Even though I love you, I will leave you. I will leave your ass where you stand. And I will never look back. She was like, okay. That's all I remember. Okay. Girl, I bullshit you not. The next day, And I distinctly remember this. It was the next day. She started another argument with me. You know what I did? We're done. I told you I wasn't playing this game with you. I'm not doing this. I broke up with her and I cut off all contact. And that was back in 2013. I have never spoken to her since. I think she hit me up one time on Facebook years later. Hey, how you doing type shit. You know, you look nice. You know, whatever. But other than that, it was never on some let's try again, let's be cool. No, absolutely not. And I'm not cussing once again. I just came from church. I need to stop cussing so much anyway. It's a bad habit. It's a demon on my back. I'm trying to let loose. You feel me? So anyway, that is how that happened. And that's how I almost ended up on Catfish. Literally, I was so close. But it's probably a good thing that I wasn't. I don't know. Because I followed, y'all remember that heavy-set girl that kept catfishing people? She did it like 3 times. This white girl with that big-ass mole on her neck. I started following her on Facebook. And then somehow she came up on my feed on TikTok. So I started following her on there years later after she was on the show. And she was posting stories about what it was like to be on Catfish and how much you get paid and all that. It's like, paid? You get paid to be on Catfish? Shit, I should have been on it. But I guess it just, God knew what he was doing. It wasn't worth my sanity. And I like my peace. I don't like a lot of people in my business anyway. Had it just been me, Neve, Max, and my ex, that would have been fine. But it would have been on national TV. I would have been totally embarrassed, girl. Especially, I was young at the time too. No. I can't have everybody just playing me like that. All of them. No, ma'am. I like my privacy. I don't need people coming for me about how I might have looked on the show, me being stupid for this girl, whatever the case may have been. So it ended how it was supposed to end. So that was the time I was almost on Catfish. I wish we were still in contact, and I would definitely ask her if it was cool with her if I could post a picture, because I wonder if anybody else ever got played by her like that, because I post that picture right here. Right here. I describe her. She was a chocolate stud, very, very good looking. Chocolate, long dreads. She had them like reddish eyes. She used to smoke. But she was a stud. She used to have that boyish look. And back then I was stupid attracted to studs. Especially studs with dreads. Like, I don't know. It was a trend or something at the time. I don't know, girl. Especially if you wore some cargos as a stud and you had dreads with a muscle shirt. Oh, it's a go. It's a green light for me. Yes. Because if you want to, you can have a green light. Because if you want to, you can have a green light. Okay. But anyway. That's how I almost ended up on Catfish. We're not cool. We don't speak. I have no beef with her, no qualms, no hate, no nothing like that. Something in me just was like, girl, tell this time how you was almost on Catfish. And I was like, I had to tell y'all that one. That was pretty interesting. At the time, it was a little stressful, but years later, looking back, it's just like, girl, what was you thinking? You know what I'm saying? You ever had to look at yourself or talk to yourself like, dude, come on now. Like, come on. But anyway, I'm finna go eat. Y'all know I like to eat. And plus, I have to get ready to tell y'all my next story time, which will be about how I ended up in the hospital. That will be next, I'm sure. But yeah, that's all for now. See y'all next time. Bye.
Why don't you come home, fulfill this fantasy, baby, craving some you, waiting on you.